Hello everybody, welcome to the channel. My name is InsideAgameR. Welcome back to Microsoft Flight Simulator 2020. Hello to all the mods, members, everybody in the chat. Thomas Robson, Scott Bremer, Arjun, Kurtz Hard, Glenn Bixley, Richard, Caliwax, Nut, Artful, and Kevin Graham so far. Nice, welcome to the stream, guys. Today we've got a very special stream. Today is the first payware released aircraft for Microsoft Flight Simulator 2020, so I've been requested to fly it. Now, I'm going to be honest with you, this is not my cup of tea. I wouldn't go out my way to fly this aircraft on a regular basis. I don't have much experience. The most experience with the CRJ family that I have is from FSX. So that was a long time ago since I've flown one of these. I haven't had a chance to actually put it up in the air and actually see what it's all about. So this stream is kind of like a first look for all of us. Kind of go through what we need to do to get the ball rolling, hopefully get us in the sky. We'll see what happens. Hopefully we'll get in the sky today. Steve Mansell, hello. Landed safely at JFK, no fuel needed. Nice, you did a long haul today. So yeah, there has been a couple of changes to the website as well. Have you guys noticed? There's been a couple of changes. Andy's made a few changes today. I wonder if anyone's noticed. Yes, look, the modelling itself from Areosoft is fairly decent. There's no doubt about it. Now, I won't do it justice because I stream in 720, unfortunately. But what I'm seeing on my screen, yeah, look, the modelling itself is pretty good. But it's not a very large aircraft either. Now, there was a freeware version of this that was doing its rounds a little while ago from the Canadian mods team, but I never did anything with that either. Encrypted Scorpion, new season of Fortnite just came out, so excited. Can't wait to get home and play it. Super excited for your stream. Nice. Yeah, I'm not into Fortnite myself though. Nice landing, I saw. Yeah, what's going on with your landings today? Alright, so guys, I don't know if we're going to actually get this in the air or not, but who knows. So I haven't actually watched any streams or anybody on it all day today. I've been fairly busy myself. I haven't had a chance to really have a good look. But if we just have a look at the inside, look, the texturing in the inside is pretty tasty as well. What you'd expect from Microsoft Flight Simulator. Most buttons seem to be working. I do need this out of the way. If we have a look around, up around the back, yeah, it's looking pretty good. Like I said, most things that we need working are working. There are a few knobs and switches up here that don't seem to move, and I think they should be. I could be wrong. So yeah, so look, this is going to be a bit of a challenge. Now what we're going to do first is turn on the EFB. Good old Areosoft. Okay, so we're going to scroll in, and what we're going to go to do is aircraft first. Now you can actually choose your state. Okay. And we're going to be in the turnaround state for this one to start with. So basically, ground power is already connected, and that's about it. So we're going to open some doors here. Let's have a look what we can do. We can put cabin lights on if we wish. Nice, look at that. So all of this is working. So if we just head on to the outside quickly, we can now see that we have our stairs down. Little cargo hole at the back is open there. Yeah, so look, nice. It looks alright, eh? It looks smart. So again, it's not my favourite bird to choose from, but anyways, we will make do with what we got, eh? Okay, so basically all the cold and dark is doing, not cold and dark, sorry, we're in a turnaround state, but basically all that means is that we have the power already on from the outside, okay? You can see the APU generator there. That's a challenge for inside of the beat. I'm probably not going to beat that landing rate of, what was it, like 130? In this, especially this is going to be my first flight. I don't even know if I can take this off yet. Okay, so we're just going to go over our master cautions. As you can see, there's a lot of stuff that we are missing. Now, for anybody that wants to get really in depth into this aircraft, I'm not the person for you. I don't know these systems that well compared to other aircraft, but what I will do is show you how to get it up in the air. For anyone that's really into the detailed checklist, here we go. You can go through your checklist here in before start, etc. After start, taxis. You can go through these one by one if you want. It'll take a bit of time, but you can do it that way if that's the way you want to do it. For me, I'm just literally, like I said, I'm going to show you the easy way. Hopefully. Okay, so today's flight is actually in Southampton. We're in Southampton. We're only going to Newcastle. It's going to be a short flight because we're going to be talking a lot on the ground. I'm probably going to make quite a lot of mistakes until we get ourselves up and rolling. Main Streets, hello mate, welcome. Okay, so the first thing that we will do is that we are going to turn on the APU. Now, if we go up above here, so if we have a look up here, this is your electrical power. So you can see that the generators are already on. which is fine. And you can see that we're currently using direct current and the master battery is switched on. So if it was cold and dark, that's the only difference really. Harvey Young, hello mate, welcome to the stream. Okay, so I don't actually know if that does anything. Okay, so you've got all your external lights are here. Okay, your landing lights and your taxi lights are here. We go up here now, this is your fuel. Like I said, I'm going to start touching it all in a second. You got your bleed air. Again, you don't actually have to do anything here because look, it's already on auto, normal, both engines. It's already done for you. This is how we're going to turn on the APU, which I'm going to look at in a second. This is for our ignition for engine start. Hydraulics. Okay, they do move, but it doesn't go back down. That's the one thing I don't understand, but we will need to turn them on anyways, but we'll leave that for a second. Cabin pressures, we're not going to touch today. We will use this little knob in a bit for the landing elevations. Anthony Seaworth, hello mate, welcome. Air conditioning, again, it's all pretty much set for you. We don't really have to do much. Here's your anti-ice. Again, not much we need to do for that yet. And these are just saved for your lights in here if it's a bit dark. And now that one won't go back down. I've noticed this is happening on quite a few. If you click on them once, they don't go back down. I don't know why. I don't know if it's a bug or if it's something stupid I'm doing. But anyways, and here is your emergency lighting. So what we're going to start with is our emergency lighting. We're going to arm our emergency lights while the passengers are boarding. And we will throw on our seatbelts and no smoking signs as is. Okay, we're going to turn on the fuel pumps up here. And what we're going to do is press power fuel, hold it in, let go. And down here, you're going to see the EGT is going to start rising and the APU door has opened. Okay. And that's kind of what we want. And then all you're going to do from that point then is hold down the APU start button, let go. It's going to give you this little color here. And we're going to see the APU kick in now. That's what we're looking for here. APU is now starting up. Quite quietly too. Nice. Okay, so what that will do up here, that will light up when it becomes available as such. Which is all good. It'll go green here at the bottom in a second. What we will do is just throw on our beacons at the moment because we are going to be thinking about engine start at some point in the near future. Okay, so we've got a couple of things that we need to do here. I have to remember the right order. Okay, so what I am going to do first is come back to our performance page here on the EFB, and you can put in your passengers yourself, or if you go change to 0 fuel weight, it'll automatically do it for you. Now I need to quickly switch across to SimBrief. SimBrief are telling me today my 0 fuel weight is 24,000, sorry. So there we go. We need to go up a couple of thousand here. There we go. Just under. It's 24 on the dot. So there we go. That's just under. That's fine. Today's fuel should be 5.6. Okay, so we can. Sorry, 5.6. What am I about? 3.6. What I'm going to do, I'm going to put a little bit extra in, just for the pure fact I don't know what's going to happen to us. And we're going to come back to all of this in a minute, because this is going to be important to us. Okay, the APU should be on now. If we look above, you can see it's gone green, so the APU is now working. And that is awesome. So we now could come off the direct current if we want to, but we'll leave it on for a second. It's going to do no harm where it is. Kevin McCarthy, hello mate, welcome to the stream. Welcome, welcome. Okay, so what we're going to do next is this. We're going to look at the FMC. I can't remember what the shortcut key is. There it is, but we'll scroll in. Okay, so we need to sort out our flight plans. So when you're here, the first thing you need to look at is your position init page. And you can see there, currently we do not have one. If you click on next page, and you just click on the first one there, and then if you go back a page, we will be able to put our position in here, and there we go. So that is our position in it. That's aligning the IRS, and that's all done, all well and good. Okay, so we can now click on the flight plan and bring us up to our main page. We are in EGHI. We have to do it all manually. I actually haven't seen. You can probably import it. You can probably import it from the flight planner of Microsoft Flight Simulator, which is probably easier. But we're going to input the whole thing today, so you guys can actually see how to do this. Okay, and we are going to EGNT, isn't it? EGNT. It should be Newcastle. We are heading to Newcastle. Okay. We can put in our flight number, which today we're going to put IAG002. And I'm going to just flick that in there. We're not going to put a via because I'm not going via anything at the moment. If you go onto your next page for your route, this is where your route page is. But what you need to do first is departure arrivals. Now we're going to be, it's going to bring you up straight away to where you are right now. So we're at runway 02 is what we're going to be taking off from. And it doesn't have any SIDS coming out of Southampton. It's a bit of a funny airport, but we are heading north. So what I'm going to do is click N, and that's it. I'm going to execute that. And as you can see already, this has now come alive to Norrie, which is what would normally, that is normally the next waypoint out of Southampton. If you're going anywhere north, they tend to send you up to Norrie, okay? So that's where we're going to be going, hopefully. Okay, so if we go back to our flight plan very quickly, go to our next page, you can see now it's inputted our departure. Obviously we don't have a SID, but this is now our departure here. So from Norrie, we will be going to Q41. So airways always on the left, waypoints always on the right. Most of you should know that by now if you are into flight simming. Okay, so Q41, our first airway going into Silver. Once we get from Silver, we will be taking the UM something. What are we taking? I can't even read my writing. UM605. UM605. Okay, we're going to throw that one in there now. And that will then bring us to DTY. Okay, and then we'll be taking another airway, UY250. UY250, yep, that's exactly what we're going to be taking. UY250. I don't trust my own writing. How sad is that? And then we're going to be going into Rimto before we take our star. So RIMTO, Rimto. Make sure that's right, yep. And we're going to plug that in there, and I'm going to execute this page now. So this is now executed. So what I'm going to do next now is go back to our departure arrival. Now, what can happen here is very simple. You can put the arrival in later on, say if you're on VATSIM or an online network, but if you're just trying the plane, you're trying to learn the plane, just put in your arrival now, because it's one less thing to do up in the air, because with this aircraft, you have to manage quite a bit. It's very manual inputs to get the plane up and down, okay? So we are going to go to our arrival here now, EGNT. I know that I'm going to be taking the ILS-25. And I know I'm taking the RIM T1N. Okay, so I'm going to press, you can see it needs to be executed. Press execute. That is now executed. We go back to our main flight plan page and we go to the next page. You're going to see it's all in here. And you can see there's now some discontinuities. I don't know why it's left that one out there. It should have gone in there really. But what we can do is I can put this one here and move it up. No, it's not going to let me do it that way. Okay, we're going to do it the other way. Like I said, I haven't actually had a chance to test this myself, so I'm going off what I know. So if we go into our legs, go into our next page, we're now looking for these discontinuities. Okay, so from Rimto, well, that'll take over that one there now. I'm going to execute that for the second. We're going to keep looking for more discontinuities. It says vectors. Now, if you're on ATC, they would give you the vectors into final. Of course, unfortunately, we're not doing that today because we're just learning the aircraft. So we do need to make sure we get rid of the vectors. But what we need to do first is fix the discontinuity. So if we click on this one here, which is the one past it, we go back a page. We're going to flick that up to here. Execute that. Again, we don't want the vectors, so I'm going to put it in there again one more time, move it up, execute. Okay. Hey dude, can I join you? Tell me your server. VSN, Canal Aviation. Today I'm not doing anything online because we're just learning, or I'm just kind of showcasing the aircraft. But look, if you come join the Discord, we do group flights and stuff, so you are more than welcome to come fly with us. But yeah, just literally come into the Discord, and because I won't remember all that now. But today I'm just showcasing this, so there's enough for me to think about than everybody else being here. Okay, so we go to our next page. Okay. And that's now for our missed approach. Okay, so that is the flight plan that looks kind of done. So if we go back into our... What we're going to now do is go to the left of the FMC. We need to come out of that view. If we need to change the nav source now. As you can see, it's changing. Sorry, not the nav source. You want to change the format. And here we go. This is the format that we want. I'm going to just bring it in. So the outer one will decrease and increase your range, as you can see here. I'm just going to bring us in a little bit more. And this one changes the format. So if I now just start going up and down through my legs. Cowley, Silver, DTY, Leicester, Mammal, Upton, okay, Rimpto. And there you go, straight into runway 25. So the flight plan works. So that's something for the start of this. Say works, it's there. Okay. Nice. We're not done yet. Glenn B, hello. Suburban Media, hello, hello. Yeah, VSN Canon, look, you know, like I say, come join us in Discord. You know, on future flights we will, but just because this one, there's too much for me to do. Okay, so next, if I think about what we need to do next, we need to now go into our performance page, and we need to look at our performance in it. Now, again, this is all empty. You can fill it in manually. It is completely up to you. Or, if we go back to this page, like I said before, first of all, you need to set your payload in the simulator for what we did before. And we want to copy the init data to the FMS, and here again. So it wants us to do a flaps 8 takeoff. And here's all our V speeds. And again, if you press settle, that is now going to be in the FMC for you. Well, hopefully. We go across the FMC. Here it is. Everything's in there apart from your cruising altitude. And today we will be at 25,000. So FL250. Okay, so go make sure you put the FL. So flight 0250. We can now go to our VNAV setup. And again, the only thing we're going to change here is the transitional altitude. I'm going to put it down to 5,000. But the speeds, the max speeds, 290 on the speeds, I'm happy with that. I can execute that. If I go to the next page here, again, cruising at 250, that's fine. Transitional is at 6,000 today. There we go. Again, it's putting us our speeds in. That is fine. We can execute that. Go back to the performance init page, and if I go to the next page, that's for us to put in the wins. That's if you really want to go into this. Again, it's not going to be that important for today's flight, but you do get those wins from Flight Sim. Does anyone know the cost of this at the Microsoft store? It's €42 direct from Areosoft. It's €42 plus taxes from Areosoft though, isn't it? So it doesn't actually equal €42. It ends up being a lot more. It's €42 without tax on their site, I believe. Okay, so that's our VNAV, LNAV. I'm trying to think, is there anything else that needs to go into this FMC? I did make a couple of notes for myself. Performance page, V speeds, okay. I think we're pretty good here on this front. If we go back to our flight plan page for a second. Get rid of that for a second. Right, so next few things that we're going to turn on now that the APU is on. We're going to click on our yaw dampeners, make sure they're on. Our stabilizer trims, make sure they're engaged. We're going to look at this bad boy later. This is for the ILS. We'll have to put it into nav 1 again. We'll show you that later on. Okay, so what we're going to do, we don't have ATC, so we're going to go straight up to 25,000. So I'm using the altitude knob here, and we're just making it look here. We're looking for 25,000. Okay, so 25,000 is now set. Also, once we inputted our speeds, you can see here now our V speeds are here. Now, the one thing about this aircraft, guys, if you do purchase it, when you take off, the V speeds are wrong. If I try and take off when the V speeds tell you to rotate, it kind of stutters. It needs a little bit more. So go past your V-speed. That is my only thing that I would say. Okay, so that is all good for the minute. Next thing we need to just make sure we can check our stabilizers, trims, ailerons are set. What I will do is now put us into flaps 8, which is 2 notches on the flaps. So the flaps are done. Okay, I think we're good to close doors and hope for the best. We go to our aircraft page now. We can close the doors, close that, close that. We know that the parking brake.
The cabin is secure. All passengers are aboard. Ladies and gentlemen, on behalf of the captain.
Okay, so that's disconnected our direct current. You can do it yourself, or you just click that button. But we are running on APU. Okay.
Watch our cabin crew display the safety features of the aircraft.
There's 2 versions, standard and pro. €75 for the pro version. I didn't actually see there was 2 versions. Oh wow, interesting that. Okay, so we're missing a lot of stuff here. We're nearly ready for pushback, I believe. The flight plan should work. We're in our FMS 1. We can just double check that. 1013 is our D&H. If you do need to change that, you change your borough from down here on the side. I don't think I need to put anything in the speeds because the speed is already done, I believe. We don't need to touch the speed. There we go, 152. It's already there. Okay, so let's go back up above. And let's do our final checks now before we push back and engine start. Okay, emergency lights are set, passenger set. Okay, beacon is set. We don't need anything else. Okay, so what we will do now is make sure your hydraulics are on or auto. For some reason, this one goes to auto. These go to on. I don't know why. We could turn on our probes here as well if you needed to, wanted to. So you can put on both probes. Anti-ice we're not going to need for today's flight, but it is Microsoft Flight Simulator. Maybe we do need it. I don't know. Everything else is good. We're good for pushback here, guys. Pushback and fingers crossed, I believe. Now, there's no pushback tug here. I'm going to activate it. No. So there is no pushback tug here. Now, I'm going to just... For some reason, my park and brake button doesn't work. Interesting. Okay, so we're going to do the pushback and I'll do the engine start separately because otherwise it'd be an absolute mess. Yeah, there is no pushback tug, unfortunately, for this airport. I don't know why. A bit weird. But of course, normally you would engine start, but it's too much for me to talk, show you, and control the pushback. It'd just all be an absolute nightmare, so we'll just do one thing at a time today. I'm not very used to playing. In fact, I'm not even used to playing. This is going to be the first time it's come off the ground, so yeah, we'll see how we go. Okay, fairly happy with that pushback. That'll do us. What we will do is throw on our park and brake again, and that's fine. Okay, so for engine start, guys, it's very simple. Here is your ignition. Be very careful, don't turn your APU off, otherwise everything is going to turn off for you and you're going to be in a lot of trouble. Left engine, right engine, you always start with right engine on these. We're going to click it and you're going to see it's going to light up. We're going to look below and you're going to see here, okay, it's very hard to show you, they're very small. So when this gets to 20, we need to flick this switch and we need to move this to idle. You can see idle is the first indentation. So we're going to flick it now and we're going to move that into idle. That should now start bringing up the fuel into it. Yeah, there we go. Engine is now turning on, guys. Andrew Ingram, oof, not getting Orbix, Edinburgh or Newcastle Microsoft Flight Simulator. No, I don't have either, unfortunately. To be honest with you, it's just one of those things with... I haven't really put much into my Microsoft Flight Simulator yet because it's still too up and down. Robbo, you just missed everything, mate. Just missed the whole startup procedure, maybe. Like I said, I've not actually flown this, so...
Ladies and gentlemen, please pay attention as we display the safety features and procedures of the aircraft.
Okay, we're now going to flick our left engine, and again, we're looking for the same thing here. We need our N2 to hit 20%. Once it's 20%, we hit the red little marker here for the fuel, and then we're going to push this forward. Slight error, it's cheaper, only 550, 700, and the full pro package adds. Yeah, but you can buy them afterwards anyways. I think it's about $12.99 on top, so it equals 72 anyways. Okay, add the fuel, and we're going to move these to idle.
We would also like to remind you that you should turn off all electronic devices. We thank you for paying attention during this brief presentation.
Andrew, yeah, look, I'm not too worried about the outside. I mean, I have Orbix for X-Plane 11, but until this is a bit more settled, I don't stream it as much as probably the X-Plane. And that's probably why I haven't invested in different airports yet. I will eventually. But for me, I'm not so worried about that. For me, it's about the planes anyways. I know it's not as nice for the streams. People want to see all the fancy stuff, but it's all the fancy stuff that keeps breaking it even more, you know. Okay, so everything is good here. We've done our yaw dampeners. Everything here is good. Okay, what you do need to do is change your nose wheel steering here. This is where you turn on your steering. If you want to do any of your lights, by the way, they're here. Again, the other lights are here on this panel. If you want to ever turn any of them on, if anyone doesn't know what they are. Okay. Both engines are running nicely by the looks of it. We're stable. The Mac trim I haven't done. Why haven't I not done the Mac trim? Okay, our performance. What's our Mac trim? 5.8 is what our trim needs to be. Oh, no. We'll be fine. We'll be fine. Yeah, it's looking alright. It's looking alright. Okay, so at this point here now, we're going to turn on our taxi lights. That's pretty much all we need to do here at this minute. APU can now be turned off. Because we are now running on aircraft power. You can see that the generators are already on to auto. So we flick that off. We're not going to have any issues. And look, let's taxi. Taxi speeds for this aircraft should be about 15 knots, I believe. No faster. And whoa. Okay, so on my joystick, these are ridiculous. It just literally goes to the next indent. So around 35 here should do ya. Okay, let's see what happens with this flight, guys. I have no idea how this is going to go for us. I just hope we take off. I think once we're in the air, we can at least bullcrap the landing. Oh. Kurt seeing Andy appear. Okay, we're taxiing at some nice speeds. Okay, everything is holding good. Now we do actually have a few little things that we do need to make sure we do before we take off once we get down here. Anyways, who needs Orbix? Everyone keeps telling me how beautiful Microsoft Flight Simulator out of the box is. I'm sure I've had this argument numerous times. I could not care less. Oh, wow. Oh, hang on. Is that my parking brake working? Oh, it is. Okay. My parking brake and my normal brakes are the other way around now. Okay, I don't know what's going on here. Could be the aircraft for all we know. At least it won't nose into the runway. Well, hopefully... hopefully not. Hey, Artful, did you see what Train Sim are releasing hopefully this week? The new... the Cross City one in Birmingham. Looking good, mate. And did you buy yourself one of the new power controllers for 280 quid off Alan Thompson? I can't believe the price of them things.
Ladies and gentlemen, the captain has advised that we are now cleared for takeoff.
Okay, we're not clear for takeoff because we need to go all the way down the runway, which we're doing now. And then we're going to do our final checklist once we're at the end of the runway. Turned around, we will do our final checklist for takeoff, guys. Very short flight because I didn't know how long we'd be talking on the ground for. Like I said, I'm not entirely sure if the FMC is programmed correctly. I have no idea. Literally, this is just picking it out of the box and hoping for the best. Yeah, look, probably fly it a few times. Not like I said, this is not one of my go-to aircraft. Like I said, last time I flew a CRJ was Microsoft Flight Sim FSX. So, you know, a long time ago. No, I had the rail driver, he keeps slagging off. That'll be funny, I'd rather pick up the rail driver than pay 270 quid. I couldn't believe the price. I think it's robbery. Okay guys, we're lining up. Once we've lined up, we'll do our final checks. If this runway is going to be long enough for us. It's not going to take off at 132. Just to go over the few things I just said with the mic was off, sorry. Okay, so what you need to have up above, the crossflow auto override needs to go on. I'm not entirely sure, it's obviously to do with the fuel, but I don't know why. Like I said, I don't know the CRJ that well. The other thing is the lights to go on, logo and wings can go on if it's dark. It's not dark, so we're not worried about that. Landing lights have now gone on. Everything else is on and good here. Yeah, no sound. You guys will catch up in 30 seconds. I've just gone back over it just in case. Okay, we will be rotating at 132, but this is too slow. Okay, so I'm going to wait till we're probably more about 142 before I start rotating. It does not work. Okay, and that's about it. That's all I was saying. Down below here, again, there's nothing else that we need to do. The only things that are supposed to be, these are supposed to be armed. But I'm not going to do it because my Thrustmaster joystick is a bit iffy. It throws it back into reverse and we don't want that. We will use this on landing. Spoilers are automatically armed. Again, if you're too close to this, it just does what it wants to do. Okay, we're good for takeoff, guys. We're good for takeoff. Hope for the best. Pray to somebody. Whoa, why are we sitting so high? Okay. Okay, we're moving engines up. They're holding nicely at 50%. Now we will be doing a toga takeoff. I should have explained that. There's no flex temp working on this at the moment. So toga, not max, toga. Oh my god. Okay, so one click, it's the second click. That is our takeoff go round. You don't want it to go up. Okay, ignore that, it's just them bloody spoilers. Okay, we're holding nose down to 80 knots, we're fine. Uh, 120, 132, and rotate slowly. Oh, she's struggling. There we go, as I told you. Gear up straight away. Gear up doesn't work. Why is this not working? And we're going to follow the pitch and trim it gave us here. We're going to retract the first lot of flaps and the second lot of flaps. Now the one thing I didn't do actually was arm our heading. Okay, so what we're going to do is click on navigation and I'm going to click on speed.
Too low, terrain.
And we've engaged the autopilot, so we're going to let the autopilot do its own thing. The autopilot didn't engage like that earlier, but anyways, we're not going to complain. It should hopefully follow this flight path. It's a little bit all over the place. Here's the bird up in the air anyways. Who knows if it's going to do the right thing. Now, like I said, she speeds up. Barely landing later. There's a chance that we might not even land later. Okay, so a few more things that we need to talk about this aircraft. It's going to manage its speed for now, okay? While it's climbing out, it's going to stick under the 250 under 10,000 feet, okay? We know that. Hopefully it's going to follow this flight plan. I'm a bit worried it's not actually following the flight director as such. I don't know. It's not actually connected to what I wanted to do from the FMC. I'm expecting it to turn at some point, but... Oh, hang on. Interesting. Don't know why it didn't engage it the first time. Right, it does look like it is doing its job. We're through 8,000 feet now anyways, guys. Like I said, this is a rocket. And it will stay under the 250, 245 while it's climbing. That's what the FMC's told it to do, so that's what it is doing. Worrying me a little bit. You're not in nav mode. I am in nav mode. FMS 1. That's what you need to be copying. So for nav mode is the FMS 1. They should fix a lot of things. Yeah, look, there are a few things already that I've noticed that are a little bit iffy. But it seems to be on the flight plan again now. Okay, we've crossed 10,000 feet, guys. So landing lights will now go up. Okay. We've crossed over the threshold. She should speed up as well. But if she doesn't, it's no big deal. No big deal, hey? Okay. Let's leave you on the outside shot for a second while we leave Southampton. I always was. I was always in the same mode. I bet you I was. I didn't change nothing. All I changed here was the range. This never changed. For some reason, the autopilot was engaged and all the lights went out. Did you notice it? So when I took off and I actually hit nav and speed, and then next time we looked, all the lights are off. For some reason, it disengaged the autopilot. There's a lot of bugs. Don't tell me that. Like I said, I'm not very familiar with the CRJ as it is, and we're going to hope for the best on today's flight. Okay, what we will do is I will just put in our ILS frequency 4, runway 25 and EGNT, It hasn't automatically put it in, okay? So if we click on this one, I believe. Okay, what is it going to be? 50 there. 11150. Okay. It's just gone straight into our active. That's fine.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are now serving sandwiches.
Okay, they're serving sandwiches already. Nice. Mac trim, pilot heat. I'll put the heat on. You're saying we don't want it? Is that what you're saying? Off, off, off. I don't think we need anti-ice today. Surely not Microsoft Flight Simulator. Okay, I'll go back to the chat here now, guys. Sorry. Okay, ETA must have needed time to update. Yeah, it's working now, is it? I just saw your PFD and there it said pitch and roll. You sure? Are you sure you're sure? Now the one question I have for you guys, do you want me to make a tutorial as in a video on how to do all that, or is this enough for you guys and not go near it again? Said pitch and roll. Like I said, I've never changed the FMS, so... Okay, so we need to now change out of standard pressures as well here, guys. If we just move this out of the way a little bit. Press that in. There we go, standard pressures. No, that's my DNH. That's for our NDA later. Standard pressures, I'm sure it was here. I mean, it's not flashing now. Ah, who knows? Who the hell knows? I rewinded. It doesn't matter what this one says. It's this one that it matters for. You won't be flying this bird. Look, she's alright, but look, you've got to manually control her. Look, once we get up to 25,000 feet, what you're going to see now is she's going to change, okay? And she's not going to hold any speed that you put up here. You're manually going to have to control the speeds. We'll see how it goes. We'll see how it goes in a minute. Okay, so for top of descent, we need to look at this. There is a way to use the advanced... not this page. There's a way to make it... oh, the VNAV. That's it. Okay, if we go down to our legs anyways. Top of descent is pretty much near rim toe, okay? Rim toe is our top of descent, so we've got a little while. Not long, but a little while. Mate, wait till you see me land this. I don't even know if we're going to be able to land this. I bought it, but I'm going to use when they fix everything. The bar's even the captain. How's it going? Yeah, we're just about up in the air. First time I've actually flown this, so I don't know what to quite expect, but we're getting there. Is it that bad, Mosh? Oh. Okay, that was our 1000 warning to say that we're getting near our cruising altitude today. Now, one thing you have to remember, like I said, I know that the speed will just start haywiring, but to be honest with you, I can put that speed up. I think she can take 290 quite easily. But that's just a marker for us, and we're gonna have to manually control that, I believe. We will see anyways. Who knows if this thing's gonna get on the ground today. Okay, it's hitting its cruising altitude. It's starting to speed up. Yes, please make one. Did you not watch any of that? Did you not get any? It wasn't too bad. Okay, look, you can hear her now. She's really starting to speed up. And just to show you, she won't stay at the speed that you've asked her to stay at. I don't know if this is real to a real life CRJ or not. But what I will do after this, I will make a startup tutorial to the runway. So, as I was just saying to you, so there we go. She's going to speed up. So what we need to do now is carefully bring back the throttles, and we need to find somewhere where she's going to be comfortable to sit around that 290 mark. Okay. So I'm just slowly just increasing the speed again, as you can see here, until she starts holding. Okay, she's holding now. A little bit more of a tap. That's good. Don't crash into my house. Conagoni, hello. Am I okay? I'm not too bad. Not as fast as the T45. Gosh, I'm loving that. Yeah, not as fast as that bad boy. Okay, so good news. We're in the air. Bad news is eventually we're going to have to come down. But for a little bit, we can just enjoy. It's windy up here. We can sit back, enjoy, and worry about the landing in about 10 minutes. How many of you are going to get this aircraft? Okay, one thing that we need to keep doing is pressing it on the heading, so it just realigns our heading. Every time we make a turn, we need to click in the heading button here. The Mosh, if you want, you can come join us in Discord if you ever want, mate. At that price, no way. Yeah, look, it's very brave of Areosoft to bring it out. I wonder, like, after every time Microsoft updates, how many issues is it going to have, and wait for updates. You're going to have to keep updating the game and updating the plane. I don't know. I think it's brave. Probably smart, thinking of a financial aspect. Once there's loads of aircraft out there, there's too much choice. We haven't had an aircraft since Microsoft came out since August. Like payware, like this kind of jet kind of payware. So think about it. They hit the button first. The servers went down for hours. I don't even know. The servers could still be down now. The cost of upgrading to a premium deluxe version for me. Yeah. Like I said, it's not an aircraft that I'm going to be flying all the time. Look, if it's requested. We are going to add this to the company Simply Connect. Okay, so me and Andy will add this to the company at some point. The next thing we're trying to do is add the cargo. So on Thursday, I believe, we're going to look at it together. So the cargo airline is going to be added next. And then hopefully there might be a few other surprises down the line. But that's later down the line. I have to get this bird repainted now. I'm going to have to ask the painter, can he paint it? I wonder if there's any files up yet of it. I actually didn't even look for any repaints. I bet there's loads of repaints out already, is there? Okay, so we just made a little turning, so we're going to hit the heading bug. Remember Rimto. Rimto is when... we're only here at the moment. We're doing okay. Flying through the sky. Enjoying life. We see what showcase cameras came with it. I actually had a chance to even... Okay, so there's no fixed cameras. You'd have to make your own cameras if you want them. Well, we've got nothing in the external view either. Oh, wow. Okay. So, yeah, they don't actually have any views. If you want to change the views, you're going to have to create your own. Did any of you guys notice any of the changes that Andy made to the website today? No one said anything. I'm surprised. Otherwise, like I said, she's a lovely plane. I'm just not a CRJ lover. I don't know. Scott, I have got it and crashed. Well, we haven't seen me land this yet. I haven't tried landing this yet. You have to come in quite flat. So you want to keep your power on. Once you hit kind of 40, 30, you just need to reduce that throttle a little bit. Otherwise, she'll fall out of the sky. The live map change. That's not the only changes he made. But yes, do you like the new live map? Do you prefer it in black? If you go onto the website and if you click on Simply Connect on the logo itself, it'll bring you up to the main page. He actually added a stat. So people that... We've actually had a lot of traffic come to Simply Connect. We get about 100 views a day on the website, but we're struggling to get them in because obviously it's still very new. But Andy's added a new stat to the main page as well. So when people click on us, that's the page that they actually will see. And you can see there's a new stat there as well. And he's always doing stuff in the background. He's very busy. Ross came down at -84 into Rotterdam. Nice. Richard 264 into Manchester. Main Streets 432. Nut 594. What's going on? That's going to be what mine is going to be like today, probably. Been on duty today, so I haven't been seeing the website. Yeah, we're making changes as so basically I'm hoping that I'm going to be able to do a little bit more with the site and just, you know, help Andy a little bit. We want to get ourselves officialized as a virtual airlines. The only way we can do that is people that fly in VATSIM, we need a proper call sign to be used for 6 months, and then we can be registered with VATSIM. So we're looking at all these kind of bits and pieces, what we have to do to make it a proper virtual airlines in the association, shall we say. Okay, so if you just look at the speed, because of the wind, look, we're starting to go up in speed, so I'm just going to bring that speed back a little bit. Okay. We have a big crosswind, absolute huge crosswind. Ross Farrelly, hello mate. Main Streets, whoops. It was like one of my landings. Yeah, hello guys, everyone that's just come to the stream. We've got her up in the air anyways. We won't be long from landing. It's a very short flight. I thought we'd be on the ground longer. But what I will do is I will make a tutorial on a cold and dark startup, just so you guys have something to refer to if you are buying this. We will add it to the VA. But it's going to take a little bit of time. You can all see that I'm using a different aircraft for this. It's not highly recommended, but at the moment, if you really want to fly it and fly in the VA, you can. I will look at getting repaints done. I was jealous of what my landings. Mate, that landing I did into Dublin, I was a wreck with the Beluga going into Dublin in the storm. I was a wreck for about 4 days. I couldn't fly. I was too nervous. Scott, I have. Yeah, so look, what I'll do after this, I will make a tutorial on, like I said, I'm no expert. There is a checklist there that will get you properly, but what I will do is explain it in a very simplified way of just getting it in the sky. It might not be perfect. It still says that we have some warnings for pilot window heats. I don't know why. I had them on. These bad boys here. Who knows? Absolutely nailing the landings now since buying the replay mode. I can see where I'm going wrong. Helps with the screenshots for my Instagram too. Oh, nice. Yeah, I wouldn't be paying £15 or euros for a replay. You know, the function's going to come eventually. It just seems a waste to me. There is a free one out there as well. But I don't worry about my landings. We know here on the channel I don't land things with nice stuff. But it's dark. What, inside? Simbrief said that this flight was going to take 1 hour and 40 minutes. I don't know where it got those calculations from. I know Simbrief is a bit over the top sometimes, but that is mental. Okay, you can see our speeds are now dropping. The winds will do this. So, like I said, you have to manually control your speed. So again, you have to keep an eye on your own speeds. Don't forget that, guys. I've now put the speed up quite a bit. It makes landing fun. There's no auto throttle for landing. Okay, ILS frequency is actually in for nav 1. Okay, so nav 1, let's think about our landing here now, guys, because we're not far from it. I've already put in the frequency 111.50. We put it here and it swaps over, so that's no issues there. Have a great night. See you tomorrow. No worries, mate. Okay, I need to just have a look at my Navigraph on the other page here. What is my minimums? 339 is our minimums. Okay, so the sun is shining here, which does not help. Okay, DH, as you can see, it's changing here. I'm scrolling our DH. Minimums is 339. It'll take a while to scroll there, isn't it? It's a clear day. 250 would be fine. Okay, so what we also need to do for our landing is set our speed. So if we go back to this page again, the performance page, it's already given us our landing speed. So we should be landing at 146 knots. So what we're going to do is, 138 knots, set all, and that's now going to be in the FMC for our landing. So all the speeds should be there now for the landing. We know that bit at least works. Okay, we're now speeding up ridiculously fast again. Keep an eye on that. I'm going to bring our range in a little bit. We're very close to rim toe. Okay, so if we go here, and if we go to menu, we want to put on our VNav. Okay, so this should help us now with what we need to do with our VNav stuff. It's a little bit complicated, the landing of this bad boy. £13 it came out, which ain't too bad for the replay program, works really well too. It's just recording your flight, isn't it? That's all it's doing. Hello, broke anything yet? Well, no, we're doing the hard part now, the landing. One thing I'm not very great with this this aircraft. Okay, VNav is set. We can change our altitude. It's not going to make us drop. I want to put this down to... Oh, that's our heading. Altitude down to 10,000 or below. We might as well just go all the way down. 10,000 is good, but it's only if, you know... The reason why you should go down to 10,000 first is so you don't forget that you have to be under 250. So yeah, you know what, we'll do 10,000. We'll do it properly. Now, without actually selecting vertical speed, it's not going to change, so the good news is we're okay. I have to really play with these throttles to keep it anywhere near where it should be, you know. I'll be interested to see what the built and replay system will be like. Hopefully not too long till it's out. Well, they reckon 2022, don't they? Okay, there's only one thing I'm missing. I don't have this snowflake and stuff. Supposed to have a blue donut here, but anyways. Who knows why I don't. Record your flight, but then you watch it back. You can switch between whatever camera angle you want. Yeah. And if you place it in climb, wouldn't it hold the speed just like the Airbus does? So it does climb with a managed speed through the FMC. But that's all it'll do. So once you're up here, you have to manually control your throttles. There is no auto throttle. Even though, look, the speed indicator is set for 290. You can see currently we're dropping out of the sky. But yeah, you have to keep an eye on this yourselves, guys. Don't forget that. Why has it got Vinto twice? Okay, I'm not entirely sure why it's there twice, but we do need to start dropping at that point, and it hasn't calculated my descent. Okay, so yeah, I've missed something here, guys, because it's supposed to give me my profile. Figure. Right, well, we better start descending anyways. So we're going to use vertical speed. Okay, so I'm going to come off the throttles. And I'm going to come down at around 2.4 for now. And we'll just see how we're doing through... So basically what comes up here is there should be a blue donut where you kind of keep an eye on it. But unfortunately I've messed this up. So we're going to keep an eye on it through this. So by the time we're at Golkav, we're supposed to be down at 210, which we're going to be easily. So yeah, we're going to control our own descent by this. So basically, like I said, if you set it up properly, unlike me, you'd get a blue donut and a snowflake. What it's going to do is going to hold 290 as our descent speed here, which is fine. I'm going to want to bring that down to 240 eventually. There's a talk of throttle issues with the Airbus quadrant, but I'm unsure if it causes going through the CRJ calibration settings. Yeah, I'm not sure either, mate. There is a few little niggles. It will not let you chat. Do you have the roles, mate? Let me have a look at the Discord here quickly. Let's have a look. Yeah, Spaghetti Rave, you need to get the train operator role. You don't have it. I'll give you the roll here now, mate. There you go, you can now type in there, mate. You need to get your rolls. Me loving my Spitfire and Spitfire loving me. Yes. Okay, well, I'm going to add it to the company soon. You're going to come fly with us then. Okay, so what we need to do is just make sure that we're okay here. 210 by the time we hit... Okay, look, we're well under it. So what we can do actually is just rise this up a little bit. We're falling a lot faster than we need to at the moment, and that's fine. Because what I do want to do is actually bring our target speed down to around 250, just to make our life a little bit easier. It's going to be a slow approach, but it's fine. Do you use any mods, and if so, what mods? Currently I'm not using any mods, just to make sure nothing was broken today. Mods I use generally are, you know, it depends on different things. You know, I use like the A330, I use the compatibility mods, I use a couple of airports. I don't do too much because I find it breaks the game too easily. And people are always complaining about problems, but the problems are that they're just adding too much stuff. Keep it simple and you'll enjoy flying. Like, I've never had a CTI on Microsoft Flight Simulator. Ever. Keep it simple. Until it's a more stable game, keep it simple. Don't overcomplicate it. Because every time there's updates and stuff, things break. You know, it's not worth it. Okay, so what we're trying to do here, we're well over at Gokov. We're supposed to be down at 210. By Ecor, we need to be at 1600. We're already at 1600 now. Look, we're miles ahead where we need to be here. But it's better to be down early than late. I'm also going to now throw that down to our ILS, which was 2000. We can... I need to get the meter as well. I haven't got the meter yet. Ooh. Where's my Discord? Okay, 1033 is the HPA. Okay, what is it? 1033. Okay, I'm just changing the borrow. It's now up at 1033. Quite hilly there in Newcastle. There we go. Nice and early, does no harm. We're still dropping at 1.7. Okay, so yeah, we're still dropping. Okay. We're already down now at 250, so I'm just going to try and control that speed here now. We're descending very slowly. Because we're more than down than we need to be. So this plane, a lot of it's manual, okay? That's what's going to put people off. I lost all my levels. Yeah, I put it all back there, mate. Sorry for not being active much in Discord. I've been quite busy. Argent, no worries, mate. Look, we don't ever expect people to always be around. But anyways, if anyone wants to come fly with us at Simply Connect Airlines, you're more than welcome, which is the VA on the channel, simplyconnectva.com. Come and join us. We have about 55 pilots now. We're growing and growing. But Pilot Dad, did you select VNAV on the flight guidance panel? Oh, I did. Sure, look, we're okay. We're just going through this anyways. I don't see it on the flight mode announcer. Yeah, the guide is missing. Look, I am no CRJ nut. You know, this is like probably my least favorite aircraft. I'm only doing this because everyone asked me to. We'll get her down. But as you can see here, you can see what flight levels you need to be at by the waypoints, so that's good. 30 flights, nice, mate. chucks. Yeah, look, I don't pretend that I'm a pilot with a know-all knowledge. This is an aircraft that I've not even had a chance to even... This is the first flight I've even done, so... So what's the verdict? Yeah, it's alright. Look, it's not my favourite aircraft in real life. Like I said, last time I flew one of these was in FSX. It's not an aircraft I'd go out my way for, but, you know, it's kind of nice to have. We'll do a couple of flights, and it's easy to fly. It's nice, you know, you don't have to work too hard. I messed up my vertical speed going down. I did have it all set, but apparently not. I'm not a CRJ fan either, that's why there are no review videos from me on it. Yeah, look, it's, like I said, it's just something that I'm not going to go out of my way for. You know, what is it you don't like about the CRJ? Like I said, it's a lot of this manual configuration with like the throttles and stuff. This is quite realistic, I believe. Yeah, look, I don't know. I just don't even like the look of it. The two little engines on the back. You know, I mean, it looks good model-wise, but it's just... It's a bit... Yeah, I don't know. It's more of a business jet to me. I don't like those in-betweeners. I think you either go big or you go home. But look, it's okay. Look, you know what? For the first payload plane, is it worth the money that they're asking for it? Questionable. Some things here are a bit questionable. Like, you know, I don't know if this is realistic to real life, but like, these don't move. I'm sure, you know, but yeah, I don't know. It's alright. It's alright. There's going to be a lot of people that will struggle to fly this. Okay, so we need to be down at 12,000 by here. Okay, so what we now need to do is actually put our vertical speed up again. Okay. Just a little bit. So by the time we're at ET's SES, we need to be down at flight level 900. Okay, so we might need to drop a little bit more than that. Like I said, the good thing is we're manually controlling it. What's our speed? Okay, we've picked up our speed again. I'm off the speed a bit. I dislike planes in general. Yeah, you're more of a train nut. At least you're here. Yeah, look, it's not a bad plane. I probably won't do any reviews on it because I probably won't say nothing too great about it, but look, it's because it's preference. It's hard to review something when you have a preference, you know? I feel like I'd be a bit negative, and there's no need. It's okay. It's okay. Look, it's a midliner jet, you know. It's not going to do long hauls. It's not going to, you know, but going up and down the country, it can be a bit of fun. We will add it to the virtual airline, Simply Connect V8. We'll add it to that. And yeah, you know. Okay, so we're doing okay with this vertical speed. I'm going to raise it up a little bit. That's my altitude. Yeah, I think we need to be down at 2,000 to intercept the ILS. I need to just check my navigraph quickly, guys. 2,000. Yeah, that's fine. But we're going too fast, so we need to get this speed taken out. So what I'm going to do, I'm just going to yank on some speed brake here, guys. Need to be under 250 now. Landing lights also now need to be going back on. So you would not want one if sponsored, is that what you're saying? Look, it's just not, it's not me. It's just not me. Look, everyone has a preference. Unfortunately, this just isn't mine. Okay, so we're now clear to go all the way down to 2,000, but we're going there at some rapid speed, eh? Bloody altitude. Okay, so we need to start getting ready and configured. There's our runway. We've been making a sharp turn. I couldn't tell you if things are going to go our way or not. Balls. Speed. Just using the speed as a marker. I want to be getting down to around more than 200 soon. Could be a go-around on the first attempt, guys. Do it a few times in P3D, didn't like it, bought the Airbus instead. Yeah, look, just one of those aircraft, isn't it? There are people that are fanatic about it, and then there's others that are like, you know, can live without it. It's not going to affect them, you know what I mean? So, like, even bringing out these, it's not actually doing very much. It's actually doing nothing. Okay, we're down at 4,000. So I have the engines to idle, by the way, guys, if anyone's wondering.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are about to land. Please remain seated until we have stopped.
Okay, so what I'm going to do here, I don't want to intercept the glide path and put on approach too early or turn too early. We really want to go as far out to the turn as we can. Okay, there we go, we've got our buzz. We're now down at 2,000, this is what we need to be at. I want to start bringing our speed all the way off, please. Flaps, not yet, I'm going too fast, I'm going 260. Once she levels off and slows down, flaps will start coming out. Have you bus guys checked out the bus which is released on the 25th of March? Yeah, no, I already have it. I have a copy of it from Areosoft already. I've already done a few videos. We'll be streaming it on Sunday. I'm embargoed until Sunday, unfortunately. Okay, so we're not even slowing down, even though we're holding our altitude. Alright, let's set a notch of flaps and see what happens. There we go. Man, we're going to come crashing out of the sky here, guys. What? What? What are you doing? Okay, flaps are set. We will need to control our own speeds once we come a bit lower. I'm going to put my marker now as the 138, which is our landing speeds. Man, I'm going to be so surprised if this actually gets on the ground. For sure. I believe we need to change... I couldn't see the placard with the limits. Okay, so we do need to start controlling our own speeds. Now at the 140, flaps to 45. A bit early. What's P3D like? I only heard of it recently. Some would say it's probably the better flight sim even out of X-Plane. Will it pick up the glide slope or will you have to manually drop it? Well, so basically I'm going to change the source to the frequency, nav1, and hopefully it'll intercept. I'm waiting till we get a bit closer, because if I click it now, what this plane will do, which I've seen, it'll just literally cut here. So we need to go right up to here before I activate it, or at least to here somewhere. Okay, the aircraft is struggling to hold speed though. It doesn't help. So there's a lot to do. It's a busy cockpit on landing, that's for sure. It's not a favourite in here. X-Plane is preferred choice, but each to their own. Yeah, look, people always say good things about P3D, so I'm impartial. But when I had the choice of which one I was going to get at the time, X-Plane won. That's kind of where that went. So, okay, look, let's change our nav source. Is it to the localizer? Is that what we're looking for here? And then we are going to push approach. There you go. It's going to start making its turn. Let's put gear down just in case. I don't know what's going to happen here. So can you see now that I activate it, it's already making its turn, but we've got quite a bit to go, so I think we're going to be okay. Maybe. You could switch to nav now and vector yourself on the downwing leg bit. Let's just see if this bit works. So this does capture the glide slope before the localizer anyways, I believe. So don't start panic if you start moving down but you're not lined up. Okay, gears are down. Jesus guys, I don't know if I'm going to be able to land this. Fingers crossed. Okay, so look, we're just a little bit under our speeds. Again, we're manually controlling them. I'm looking out for this little pink line. I should really be up here. We're a bit slow. And where is the airport? Oh, runway's in sight. So anyways, there's something. You're good now, yeah. That's about 10 miles out from the turn. The plane is absolutely not for me. Look, it's just... You've just got to know these little things about it. Look, you know, you've got to manually control this, you know, when to intercept this, you got to change your sources. It's just like the Dash 8. Actually, this system is just like the Dash 8. So if you know how to fly the Dash 8, you're laughing. X-Plane is a simulator, not an arcade game like Microsoft. Look, Microsoft's alright. It's getting better. Okay, we haven't actually intercepted any glide slope yet. You can see the diamond, it's coming down. It's a green little diamond here. We're on localizer 1. Like I said, chances are you'll capture the glide slope before the localizer. It can happen, or either way. Okay, speed is looking good. Hold on for something half decent, hopefully. When you want to disengage, we disengage from here. I'm going to let it bring us down a little bit, line us up, because I've never landed this plane, so we'll see what happens, guys. What do you reckon the rate's going to be? Yes, it's alive. It is alive. Glide slope is now activated. So hit the localizer before the glide slope. We are now moving down. All is good. Everything is working the way it's supposed to. I feel like we're a bit high, but anyways, we'll let it bring us down a little bit. Like I said, just remember, if you activate the approach too early, you'll cut too much of the time and you won't have enough time to get down. Okay, speed is under control. We have control of the aircraft. It's a bit windy. It controls a little bit better than the Dash 8, that's for sure.
500.
Oh, the frames.
400.
It's windy and the frames are dropping. This is not what we needed.
300. Minimums. 200. Minimums.
Okay, okay, okay.
Minimums. 100. Minimums. 50. 40. 30. 20. 10.
Oh no, my reverse thrusters aren't come on. Okay, reverse thrusters have come on. I forgot to set the reverse thrusters, guys.
Please remain seated until the aircraft has come to a complete stop. Please remain seated until the aircraft...
Okay, guys, so yeah, you have to make sure you arm your reverse thrusts. Otherwise they don't work. It is okay. Spoilers will automatically have armed. Okay, so we can now take off our landing lights here, put on our taxi lights. Strobe light can now go to off. Everything else is good for taxi. What was my landing? Yeah, I went a bit down to the left. Floated. You need to float this a little bit, okay? You do need to float this one a little bit. Because you have to land quite flat. There's me saying I'll never use this aircraft again, and I've just absolutely floated. Okay, let's retract all our flaps. Where can you get this plane, buddy? Areosoft or the Microsoft Store? But wait, that was the second flight, this one. The Beluga first landing was also super good. Second flight was a disaster. Yeah, that was also true. So welcome to Newcastle, guys. We have landed. I got told off for floating. Come on. You have to float this because it's kind of a funny body. You know, the way it comes down. You have to come in quite flat because they're not very long wheels. So yeah, I think you do need to float this one a little bit. How much? It's currently 42 euros. I don't know what it is in pounds. Probably the same. Yeah. So we enjoyed the landing then. Everyone happy with my landing. only 14 likes. Can't be that much of a good landing. Most people come here to watch the crashes, to be fair. No one actually comes here to for me to actually do something decent. Look, it's not a bad aircraft. It's not. Look, I'll probably do 1 or 2 more flights this week with it because, look, it's new. People want to see it. It's no drama to me, like. But yeah, I did ace the Beluga, but to be fair, my Beluga second landing, wasn't that the Stormy one? Or was that the third one? Good luck. Have the run. No worries, mate. Thanks for stopping by. Gamer deal. Nice. You can always come join us in the Discord Gamer Deal, and we also have a virtual airlines which we are flying for this evening. Many of you that don't know, simplyconnectva.com. That is the VA associated with the channel that we're building from the scratch up. There was a butter, Glenn Bixley. There we go. It was a butter for a change. Hey, that was quite windy too, to be fair. That wasn't just as easy as coming in and landing. Some planes just naturally float a little bit, you know. See, that's why I don't fly every day on stream, because if I flew every day on stream, I'd be a disaster, you know. Sometimes just having that little break for a couple of days, you know, played my bus sim, played my trains, and you come back and do a flight and you kind of, you know, your head's strong again. Okay, where are we then? So we're here at the cockpit. I did mess up something to do with my FMC, but we got down, everything worked. Not much more we can do that. No, if we had, you know, we could go up to our aircraft here now. You know, we could set our chocks. We could open our stairs when the engines are turned off, of course. Yeah, we're connected to ground power anyways, apparently. I just want you to power down. And there we have it. I think the engines are just going to stay on anyways. Apparently so. So look, for any of you guys that don't know, I'm just going to switch from screens over here very quickly while there's a few of you here. Let's go to display capture. So yeah, we do have our own website, simplyconnect.com. This is our virtual airlines. You can see I've just landed here on the virtual map. You can see where everybody is. But if any of you want to come fly with us, you're more than welcome. Look, 7 flights flown today at 20 hours. That's not bad, eh? All the pilots, got quite a few pilots here now. Building nicely. What we're up to now, 66. So look, if any of you want to come, some of these guys need to do some flights though. If you guys want to come fly with us, you are all more than welcome. You can read a little bit about us, etc., what we're all about, all our downloads for all our repaints. Now, unfortunately, the CRJ is not repainted at the moment. Here you go, you can see what it's done. It's just tracked my flight here. And basically now we're just going to file our report. Double check my landing rate, 128. Look at that, lovely. A couple of violations, but hey. File the flight and done. There we go. Easy as that. So if any of you guys do want to come fly with us, you're more than welcome. Come join the Discord. There is a special role, so if you are joining the VA, please let one of us know in the Discord, one of the admins, so they can give you the special role. But yeah, guys, other than that, I think that's it for tonight. A lot shorter than I expected. But yeah, happy. Don't know why my engines are still on. Took the fuel out. Oh, you have to manually... There we go. You have to manually pull them out. Once again, get me a flight stick, I will join. Yeah, no worries, mate. Look, you're all more than welcome to come join us. There's quite a few of us there now. We'll have a bit of fun with it. You know, I doubt I'm on the leaderboard yet for... You can see how drastic my leaderboard is. Yeah, look, I'm never going to get any of these at the moment. But yeah, 128. And yeah, I did beat Richard, didn't I? Not bad. So look, guys, thank you all for watching. Let me know if you want me to do a couple more flights like this week. I can do another one maybe tomorrow with this. I was going to do X-Plane, but look, if people want to see this, maybe we'll do another one with this. I'll see what I can do about getting a repaint sorted. I don't know. Thank you to all the mods, members, everybody in the chat, everyone that might be new that hasn't been here before. Please make sure you do subscribe, hit that like button as well, guys. Come join us in the Discord. Come join us at simplyconnectva.com. So yeah, good night to everybody. Thank you to Kevin, Glenn Bixley, The Buzz, Gamer Deal, the Corporate Dad, Andy, of course, for putting all this together for us, mainly. Nut, Main Streets, yeah, Buzz, Richard, Curtis Hard, of course, Berko Fly, Nut, anyone else that might be near, Ross Farrelly, Ben Bixley, Arjun, everyone else that's normally here, Spaghetti Raver. Thank you very, very much. And hopefully I will see some of you guys tomorrow. And let me know if you want me to do this again tomorrow. I was going to do the Zebo. I forgot this was actually coming out today. But look, let me know what you guys would rather me do in the Discord. And we'll do that tomorrow. So it's either the Zebo or we'll take this for another run. Let me know. I will make a tutorial on this. So tomorrow morning there will be a cold and dark startup for any of you that might be looking for one. I'll get one sorted for tomorrow. It won't be the full flight. What I might do is just do a... cold and dark to taxi, and then day by day I'll get it sorted out for you guys. We'll see. But thank you all for watching. Oh, Scott Bremer, thank you, mate. Thank you all for watching, and I will definitely see you next time. Bye for now.